I'm gonna go. Hi, I'm Sabrina Aziz.
My name's Patrick Delaney.
Farzana Chaudhary.
Omar.
My name's Rachel Fick.
If you can just for a little bit talk about a moment in your life where you had to overcome something difficult, and you can just like further elaborate on like how you got past.
Cool. So earlier this year, the beginning of the year, like January, I was working on this festival. I work at the Public Theater, and it was super intense. I was working like nonstop. Like I think, well, like normally I would work 40 hours a week. I was working like 60 to 90 hours. So it was like a couple of weeks. But also during the time, my little brother, he has some mental illnesses that he deals with, and that we all still dealing with and still learning how to understand and work better with. And he was showing signs of like he wanted to like hurt himself.
What adversity did you have to overcome to get to where you are now?
Okay, so I'm not going to share the event, but I just want to say relationship. Bad relationship, abusive relationship. We as women like to take the blame on like something that like a relationship when it doesn't work out. And when you take the blame, you kind of belittle yourself. You kind of make yourself go through these things like, oh, it's all my fault.
I was separated from my mother, and one day my mother called me and my brother in the house and say I have to send you guys to live with your father for a couple of years. And I was like, what? Like, I didn't know what to do. I'm like, why? I get to my father's house, me and my brother, and we're like, we don't know anybody in that neighborhood. It was kind of like a high-class neighborhood in the capital of the Dominican Republic where I'm from. So it's like all the kids around in the area, they were like, they didn't want to play with us, and difficult too. And my father was never there. He was just working every day till like 10 o'clock at night, and we never saw him. So it was just really hard times.
I was saying just 2 months ago, I finally came out to my family, which has definitely been something that has been a long term. 2013 was like the first time I finally like started telling people that I was like, actually it wasn't even like confident. I was like, hey guys, I might be gay. Something I knew since high school till now, in this point of my life. 25 years old, I finally came out to my mom, my brother, and honestly, like this is like just coming out really to like more, which is good because that's what I'm trying to do with this also. So thank you for this question. That has been the biggest adversity I've been working over, and I'm finally owning it. I'm finally owning who I am as a person, and
Significant other is in the military, and it was actually a year ago that, almost exactly a year ago. I think he left August 18th. Wow. It was almost a year ago that he went on deployment, and it was the first time in our relationship that we were going to be apart for that long. After he left, I was sort of almost in mourning because like the circumstances of our life had completely changed, and the life that we lived no longer existed, and we were now living this completely different experience, I guess, and I was in mourning for what I no longer had. It's scary to be dependent on this person and then all of a sudden them not be there anymore.
And how do you think this has changed you as like a person today?
I didn't really have anyone to talk to, and like I always knew I could talk to my mom. So, and your mom, Your mom, guys, she knows everything. They know everything. Like, they really do. You don't gotta tell them anything. They know when you're going through shit. They know when you're in a rough patch. Y'all, your suspicion. My mom, the first thing she said was like, best supportive family I could ever have asked for. They were like so supportive about it.
But ultimately I learned that even though I am in a relationship that I'm dependent on this person, I still am capable of being independent, and I'm capable of doing that, you know, if I have to. And that in itself is empowering.
I think I you know, I adjust. I get used to stuff like, you know, I kind of started making friends and stuff like that. It wasn't like San Pedro, with the city I was from, but it was a nice, you know, it was nice. Now, you know, after that, I could just go anywhere. I would go to my father's side my mother's side of the family, or my father's side of the family, and I felt like I had more family and stuff like that. So,
You know, trying to develop a better relationship with my brother. We used to be really close growing up, but yeah, I don't know. Like I don't know if I could, you know, like live without my little brother. So I'm grateful that, you know, he didn't do anything to like hurt himself, and he hasn't done anything to like show that.
I have been to a point that it was the lowest position of my life that I have ever been, and it took a toll on me in a way that I felt valueless. I felt like I was no use to the world. As a woman, like it kind of put a pressure on my shoulder that like I had to prove myself to the world. I don't have to prove to no one nothing. I want women out there to know that, like, if you're going through something, reach out to someone, talk to another woman. We're here to like empower each other.
You're not asking your name.
Hi, I'm Sabrina Aziz.
You think I know how this goes already?
I know how this goes.
Farzana Chaudhary.
Hey. Do you have a middle name by any chance?
I can make one. Usually when somebody calls me a bitch, I just say that's my middle name. Got it.
Are you like calling the seagulls or?
Damn, I'm waiting. What would you do?
Just a falconer.
What would you do if I was like crying like this? And a seagull comes down
And just lands on your arm and just
so
goes?
this is my deep dark past.